Hello, it's part two, and we're due. And so, first things first, I would like to send a special golden rainbow plasmatic crystalline morning star emerald, violet, ruby, cyan, magenta, orange, yellow, white, snow, cherry blossom, green meadow, irresistible frequency of the highest, most multiply, most divine, greatest love of all, to all the American forces who have been assisting in this process of undoing one of the most ancient and demented, stupid spells ever seen by the history of creationals. That consists of having all the songs, like the Illuminati's main purpose is to rebuke the resurrection. They're antichrist people that are making pretend. And the whole facts are not there, but there's much more to things, and I'm getting a lot more downloads on many industries. Which I'm not sure I should share at this point, but for all to know, Steve is being held hostage downstairs, and there's being a lot of field manipulation. Like every day, whatever I do, like yesterday, they used the bus service to go, dropping me off at Shelter Cove to say something like, oh, they had left a girl at Dollar Tree, whatever, Dealian stuff, and then they're like 5 minutes for me, so they shift me from 6 to 5. Then the next bus is like, what's your name? I give my card, I'm like, I'm Aurora, please book for like whatever. And then when I get to here, then next thing you know, right away they go, oh my God, by Gemini. She goes, she was lying, because like it's like a nanosecond. And there's like heavy programming and like just environmental brain wavelengths of ego mind control mania that has originated underground Egypt. They are using a pharaonic technology of just reversal of the sands of time. They're like playing with timelines with a lot of like insect magic. There's like the cabal bugs is all programmed. Latest, I've been receiving information on the organic industry, because like everything ending with like Nick, like Nicholas. They're I'm not sure whether to like give this information out yet now. All I know is I'm very tired of having, cop sirens just go off every time there's being manipulation done on the field to make me miss that every moment that is offered to me. So every chance I get at like today, I could have already now been Aurora, like final with no more games. Like, oh, are you Dima or Aurora? Oh, the Sunnites. Oh, the Shiites. Oh, the idiots. Oh my God. No, let's try to make her lose another day. Oh, let's see what's up. No. He's been crying for me and he's in deep pain, and this is very painful. I've been crying all the time. I've been very heartbroken for years. For them to put magic to have me leave him and then make him a subservient porn star, that's very criminal. So I pray in Jesus' mighty name that this lifts up of the field. I lift Stephen Jared Thompson up in prayer, and I hold you very close in very high levels of divine light, so that you may be lifted off of this constraining situation. And the heartbreak of having to watch me, be forced degraded by these people who wanted to just spread rumors about me to make pretend that Dima Tabrawi is like some big porn star whore, domestic fraud, terrorist, illiterate, ingrate, evil, cruel person, when none of that is me. It's all their projections of me, on me. They just wanted to make, just ruin me and then play pretend that it wasn't even me who was doing Aurora and everything. Like, that's just COVID, and it's all because I have a mom complex, because Toti is, or whatever, Amber, Christine, I don't even know. I'm not sure now about what is going on, because, I'm not even sure. There's, certain things that I keep getting mixed up about, which is not really my prerogative anyway. All I need to know is it is very kind and incredible of Stephen to have had the just class act to rent a unit here and just fight with me against spell work. And I'm very grateful for this ending of the old paradigm grids, whereby the Illuminati, all the songs, all the movies, everything is done to spite me, No Way Home, they wanted to keep me in the lie. They keep postponing the truth because they're thinking, oh, maybe she's gonna finally suck a dick and then be part of the circus gang whore game of no. Even though whatever they try, and that's a fact, even if they drug a woman or induce her or beat her up, they can't force her mouth to suck. Even if they put the thing in the mouth and so that's nothing you can force, you understand? That's the only actual free will a woman has. Hence, they call it Adam's apple in the neck for the guys, because that's the whole ordeal about that stuff. So I have used my free will really efficiently, basically. And I'm grateful to all my helpers, lovers, supporters, beings of the highest light, who just want me to materialize and concretize. And if there's anything left in them that is trying to make them, selfish or just postponing the contract of healing the planet via the island, I just lift that up in prayer too. And I flash the field with my golden rainbow galactic interstellar heavenly divinest of lights, highest plasmatic quotient of the most grandest, radiant, most brilliant love. I love you all so. I protect myself, Earth Equal Heart, Aurora of the New Creation, Mother Goddess, Mother Earth, Holy Spirit, Mother of New Creation, against any radiation, any tasing, any electronic targeting effects, any spying, any bullying, any of the mad situations, any of the reversals, any of your own programmings, because you're all programmed since birth that, oh, if I miss the first ticket, then the second ticket, then I'm gonna go have to be a guy in LA and book a... No, that's not how it works. May all the royal, even maybe you guys were fake royals, I'm not sure. But anything linked to blue blood, where people have issues and complexes within families for any certain reason whatsoever, that were choosing to rob my femininity, since my grandmother told me on my 18th or 19th birthday, actually, it was on House of the Future, a year after Michael prepared that surprise party at his house for my 18th birthday with the McDonald's order, to then have me host all of these people at House of the Future for my 19th birthday celebration. Everybody brought gifts and everything. And they stole my femininity that night, as per my grandmother. So it's always been the same with those rituals, including when I was a kid in my Russian ballet schools. They also used me to also rob my sexuality for Tatiana. It's been everything I've ever done, be it piano, yoga, long jump, weights, gymnastics, photography. It's always been used as means to false, multi-fragment me and render my diamond into like, okay, there's multifaceted, but like refract the light off of me and lead every nation civilization in order to refract me and reject me and laugh at me, to deny their own inadequacies and shortcomings in order to then play pretend that the mistake is in me so that they can't be accountable. They went as far as in every Arabic song, they sing to the feminine, to the beloved, in a masculine form. Because we have masculine and feminine grammatical forms. So one word, like in Arabic, say, the word boy, for boy would be boy in your terms, and for girl would still be boy, but boyette, They'll just add like a sound effect or whatever to make it feminine versus masculine, and they just went by stealing my femininity since birth and creating lies upon lies over grids upon grids with magic, and just to like make sure that they entrap me forever. And that was due to the murder of the actual original Morning Star, orphan, self-raised on the streets, never adopted, is the Morning Star status. Nothing to do with, the Russell Pearson, like megalomaniac, power over the field with a jail in Beaufort called Pearson and stuff like that. And all this operation meant at like force dumbing me down with certain like administrated substances from the ordeals they deal with in common with a common food and drinks providers and stuff like that. Since I'm born, they've been giving me like these substances to retard my sexual like growth, my hormonal, my everything, for this agenda of like returning me home to have Sir Russell Pearson as God, from Israel, Judah, Jerusalem, whatever, welcome me back to like Nazareth. And then they apply like all these MK Ultra programs of the gospel whereby like Jerusalem has lost and she's now denaturalized and all her lovers have turned her face on her because she's a discrepant, whore who has blasphemed the streets of her fathers and she has like turned around on God. None of that is true. I am in divine service moment to moment. I have received divine guidance for my name, for my mission. I get the visions. It's me who's doing all the work. If the Illuminati rob me and program people, it's still on you people to be deprogrammed by your own means and get sessions and get hip or die trying. Because I ain't gonna die for it. Because if you all think that Jesus suffered, sure he did. Okay, 3 days on a cross for a masculine. However, for me to be suffering 37 years, my mother after the grave now is going through rehab, basically, like, because trauma goes on. So I've been catering to the, grave since BCDC, since the night they burnt her, and I was on these like medicinal pharmaceutical tranquilizers, which I'm very sensitive to. I cannot deal well with pharmaceuticals. So I started to like hear the dead, basically, literally, and like get even more visions, which I started to ask the facility there, because if anybody thinks that weed is actually like a drug, excuse me, it's just like something that will calm the nerve and heal, like, and like just help you to face yourself. It's a plant. The actual drugs are those pharmaceuticals. So I was at some point, I like literally developed an addiction. I was like asking for it in the shower, like to the guards, like, hey, where's my real drugs? Like, that's actual drugs. So they've flipped the whole field around. And that's about to be undone because truth is out. They have no more choice. And like David was all about, like, he was a visionary and he saw things because he was very abused as an adoptive child. Ray abused him immensely to like force, slave him in like American terms, when a person self feeds versus when he is fed is a whole difference between a grateful, white person who's like in the Lord, like sectarianism, hierarchical orders of like having received the blessing versus the slaves who come here with no family and belonging, who just, you know, eat food without having the like communion with the flesh and the liquids and the so-called soul and spirit, which is all the programming from churches and the false Eucharist and the false Christians and the false Jews, false Islam is all false. So that's the story now. Hopefully soon the siege and this closed mindset of the Alcatraz towers can cease. And you can all accept in the Middle East that, you know, your favorite fraud broad fake mom of mine, Totiana, is actually an enslaving, ironic bully, you know, that is not Aurora, and no one else is. I mean, I know Christelle tries to always play this game so that she can be Aurora, or whoever downstairs is also playing. At this point, I don't even know. However, I'm going to leave you all in a terrible mess for you to fix yourselves and stop pointing fingers.